Hi, is anybody there? Hey, like the constituency office lock? Hi. A pleasant good day. Oh boy, Trinidad and Tobago. It have been long. It's yours truly, the pit bull of radio. Ref. At this point in time, the PNM are coming on Brian Manning. They are stating that Brian Manning is the person who imploded the PNM. I don't agree with that at all. The PNM have been imploding, not now, long time. The PNM lack leadership. It is what it is. It lacks leadership. The PNM have been imploding since Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley was there. Oh, remember? And he put the Chinese man Stuart Young to be a prime minister. Can you remember the PNM imploded? Who is the leader of the PNM at this point in time? Weak Belly Penny? If Weak Belly Penny is the leader of the PNM at this point in time, how manage all them rest of minions and them just coming up with individual press conferences? That is why I tell you the PNM lacks strong leadership. Weak Belly Penny cannot fit it. Again, let me give you some good examples. Who is the leader of the PNM at this point in time? Marvin Gonzalez? Who? Colin Imbert? Who? Who is the face? Who is that strong, dramatic, charismatic leader of the PNM at this point in time? Who? That ugly man down there in Lavanti? I think they call him Keith Scotland. Who? Baldhead Penny Beckles? Who is the leader of the PNM? Eh? This fella who just walked from Arima to Tong when they never sleep. Who did hate the PNM? He was a COP. And now he's more PNM than PNM. Who? Victor Roberts, who was Toten the Coffin. That is the new leader of the PNM. From Toten Coffin, which he told the PNM dead body in the coffin. And now he's a part of the coffin. Who is the leader of the PNM? The question is, I always tell all you, I was a PNM. And PNM don't like their own. They don't like their own. Right now, in opposition, PNM like black people. You see how PNM in opposition? Hip hip hooray! All we black people, the love we know. How many black people they make millionaires in the 10 years that was there? When there was there, who was the lead honchos as ministers? Black people are the same Indian. They put a token Indian as a deputy political leader of the PNM at this point in time. A token Indian. To see if they could put in some stupid Indian in the PNM. When the PNM don't like Indian. Who is the leader of the PNM? Carrie Marcel from down there in the Bitam there, sir? That always behaving like a little washer. Let me be real now. So while everybody wants to be on Brian Manning as the person who mashed up the PNM, come on, reverse. Who mashed up the PNM was Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley. But Brian Manning, it's good for you. This, I don't warn you about that. The same man that hit your father, a spirit lash, hit him Obia in his tail. Technically, kill your father with Obia. You went and worked for that man. And I always tell it that was the biggest downfall. You was never to work for Rowley and them. You was to stand up. Your father turned in the grave now. Now watch out all of them flee and them coming and bite you now. Yeah? You look for it. What Brian Manning do is he break the code. Or they can remember Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, the mafiosi code or the mafia code. And if you only talk out, they will kill you politically. So long as they stay together and keep each other secrets. Shh, don't talk. Stay quiet. And if you talk out, they'll kill you politically. Brian Manning talking out. What are you doing to him now? I bet all your money. The next thing the PNM going to say is Brian Manning is a UNC. All they're going to see in the next few days, they're going to say Brian Manning is a UNC. He's an agent of the UNC. And all those various things. Eh? While at the end of the day, the PNM new leaders, the PNM now one leader, Weak Belly Penny is just that. Weak Belly Penny. PNM had leaders. Eric Williams, you feel all this been going on under Eric Williams? Eh? The late Patrick Manning, you feel all them little Latinos, little new politicians them could have been operating so? Eh? Don't turn that Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, none of them could have stand up and talk. When he was the most disrespectful one out of all. It is what it is. Eh? But now, everybody is leaders in the PNM. Again, I was a PNM don't like black people. The only time they like black people is when they're in opposition. When they're in government, they do business. They hate Indian when they're in opposition. And when they get in government, it's the Indian and 1% still getting everything. Pinchole is, I was a PNM. So again, this is a reminder, Brand Manning, where you're going through now, you look for that. You have no right to sleep in bed with a man that hit your father a bad lash. Over, and then you still come and serve under this to keep kids around. Right? And what's going on in the PNM, the implosion in the PNM is because it have no leader. Right? And the leaders that the people of Trinidad and Tobago have to depend on today is people in lights are like Wendell Eversley, Victor Corson Toten Roberts. How many people? Call him fickle face, big head, small pin, imbert. Ugly man down so in Laventille, Skeet, Scotland. Bald head that can't declare the assets of the bank. Who stand for Kojo in Tobago? Tobagonians are no less smarter than that. Tobago, just watch PNM implode. Watch it now. Who? Daffy Dolly with his face in his teeth. Who? She was that foster girlfriend, and that is Dr. Kit Christopher Rowley girlfriend. And as I say, girl that is friend. I have a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend named Jason. That is a boy and he's my friend. So come on. So what do you all about? And then some people say, what? Let me give back PNM a chance. For what? To have what? Stuart Young a leader? Come on, man. Trinidad and Tobago. I'll come back to this again. Trinidad and Tobago, let me go and see if this is the put out Brad Manning here. Because right by each constituency office here, right? They're blaming him now for imploding the PNM. And PNM imploded from since Dr. Christopher Road. So let me see if it is the claim out yet. Where it is a public office, it's a constituency office. It's Monday to Friday. Yeah, let me see if Brand Manning is around, if you're around, if they put him out yet. Hi, is anybody there? Yeah, like the constituency office lock. The parliament, member of parliament for the same office hours is Monday to Friday between the hours of 9 a.m. and 5 a.m. Hi, a pleasant good day. Hi. Is the people outside here? I ain't come to buy nobody, just want to know if it is the member of parliament is here. Yeah, the member of parliament, Brand Manning, is here. Is Miss Patricia Alexis here? Nobody's here. Okay, when could I come and see the member of parliament? Or he's not allowed to come back at this office? Just ask. He can come back at this office. Yeah, but what day? What day can I come? Because I'm hearing that Thursday he will be here. Alright, Trinidad and Tobago, I'll come back Thursday to see if I can see the member of parliament. The member of parliament, remember, is Brian Manning. It's not Patricia Alexis. So I'm out of it.